I Became the Villain the Hero is Obsessed with by Loki is a fantasy romance book set in the comic book world. It is available on web novel with over 30 chapters. It is rated 18 because of its intense and gore action scenes. Ego's Tick is a young comic book fanatic in the real world. He loves comic books but his favorite is Stardust, a comic book about a powerful blonde female superhero. He's so obsessed with it that it was what he was reading before he fell asleep and then woke up in the world of the comic book. Weird, right? After he had taken time to process everything that led him here, Ego's Tick, as he had decided would be his villain name, had decided that his next line of action would be to help his favorite hero, Stardust, in his own twisted way. As someone who had read her comic books a good number of times, he knew who her toughest villains were, so he took it upon himself to murder them so she wouldn't have to worry about them in the future. Ego's Tick had his own personal motive for this too, so he'd be the only villain who had her attention, but he didn't realize that killing the other villains would make Stardust see him as a villain and that the citizens of this place would love him for putting an end to the villains who terrorized them once and for all. And by doing so they would like Stardust less, which was clearly not part of his plan. Realizing this, Ego's Tick took it upon himself to save her reputation by staging a hostage situation which would definitely end with Stardust saving the day. After he accomplishes that, he ends up setting himself up as a popular and formidable villain. He also catches Stardust's attention, which marks the beginning of their love-hate relationship.